Well, well, well. Didn't expect to see me again, did ya? Come on, let's be honest. But hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Will, if you don't know already. It's been a long time since I've said that. Today, I'm here to talk about the university experience. 4 years ago, 2021. Wow, 4 years. I came down to university. I had big hopes and dreams. I was like, hey, I'm going to go get the job of my dreams after this degree. I'm going to meet all these people and have a great time, and everything's going to be bliss. Good Lord, how wrong I was. I've learned a lot about myself here at university. Too much, even, to put into one video. That's right, 4 parts coming soon. Kidding, obviously kidding. Let's talk about the course. I came down here to do creative media production. For those of you who don't know what that is, fancy words for film, basically. Except they teach you a bit about everything. Photography, Photoshop, film, all these sorts of things. Different genres, lots of different genres, instead of just your typical, I'm going to make a film kind of stuff. You get me? It's probably the same, but who cares? This course has been very challenging at times. So challenging, in fact, at maybe 3 points in time, I was like, I'm done. I quit. But I didn't. And we'll get to that shortly. There are many things I've learned about what I want to do with my degree when I finish in 3 months. I have found that I actually despise cameras. I came here being like, I'm going to be a cameraman. And now every time I look at a camera, I want to take it, put it right beneath my foot, curb stomp it into the ground, pick up the pieces, incinerate them, put them in an urn, take the urn to the vats of hell and throw it in there. That's how much I hate cameras. But I have found that my passion lies in editing. Of all things, can you believe it? Sitting behind a computer, what I do best. Editing. I can sit there for hours at a time. I mean, look at the one outside the box video we did. Hopefully a new video coming soon. I'll have to discuss it with the boys. I sat there and edited for 6 hours straight. And I was like, sick. This is what I want to do. This is what I like. So it's fantastic that I've learned that about myself at this point. But yes, we know about me wanting to leave. These have been for a variety of reasons, really. It's either the course wasn't fulfilling for me at that point in time. I thought the module was a joke and nothing to do with what I wanted to do, which I guess was kind of selfish in a way. I guess I should have thought about the fact that maybe other people want to learn about that, not just myself. But, personal preference is personal preference, and there's not a lot you can do about that, let's be honest. Other times it's too hard. I infamously struggle with writing. So when it came to writing tasks such as the dissertation or, practice essays or workbooks for the things that I had created, I struggled. Yeah, I struggled a lot. But, I found a way through. I had great support from a lot of my lecturers. And here I am now, almost with a degree. All the hard stuff is over. Then, of course, the last point was I had no money, which we will get onto. Great segue, by the way. Nice going, William Howell. I ran out of money. I had to go home. Rent had taken a massive bite out of my loan, and I had nothing for months. Even though I had a job at one point, it didn't pay too great. It was great for my course because I was a social media manager, but it was tough. It was tough, but I made it through because I didn't want to just give up after all the hard work I did. But yes, money. Good Lord, money. I have the utmost respect for people who get jobs at university. It is so hard after doing it myself. I worked for a nightclub managing their social media page, and I was there from 7 o'clock in the evening till 3 in the morning sometimes, which made university life very difficult. I had to, it was only once a week I was there, but it ruined my sleep schedule forever. Thank you for the job opportunity, though, guys. You know who you are. Yeah, it was, you know, go into uni, do your uni work, go to work, finish work, go to sleep, wake up incredibly late, you know, or wake up early, go to uni again, and the cycle kept continuing. So, yeah, again, for people who do have jobs at university, I commend you. I know how difficult it is, especially with the rising price of everything at the moment. That is the worst thing about it. All the prices of everything has gone up, but not student loan. So, you know, people with minimum loans, I'm so sorry. I had quite a good loan throughout my uni career, shall we say, and even I struggled at times. So, I say at times, most of the time. It's not a lie that I delved way deep into my, overdraft, but I think a lot of people have. So it's nothing to be embarrassed about. You just needed the money. You needed to live. Come on. You needed to live and do your course and get the degree that you wanted so you can go and do the job that you want to do. It's a hard price to pay, but apparently it's worth it. We'll find out in the future if I do actually make it anywhere. Another great segue, by the way, talking about rent, is housing. Wow. I am nothing but thankful to my landlord whose house I've lived in for the past 3 years, for keeping prices the same the entire time. That's so rare for somebody who is, making money off of this house to keep the price the same, to be fair to the people who live in it. If I had one piece of advice for anybody looking for a house at university, don't go with a company. Go with a private landlord. I won't name any companies, but I've seen so many people who live in a company-owned house whose things get broken and never get fixed. They get mould, it never gets dealt with. They don't care about their houses. Simple as that. My landlord, we went private. Thank you to Megan, by the way, who found him. Godsend. He cares about the house. If we say we have a problem, there's a technician out lickety-split to come and fix it or to come and help, us with it. And we're always told what to do with things in the house if they break, etc., etc. So that's my one piece of advice. Go for a private landlord. There are groups on Facebook everywhere, no matter what university you're at. And now, the social life. The social life, fun fact, is actually mostly what people make it out to be. There's a lot of drinking involved, so if you don't have an iron liver, you will get one in your first year. I gave up with nights out pretty much after 2 years. Take me to the pub, I'm happy. Take me to the club, I will cry. But yeah, I've met so many great people. I've learned who I want to be around and the type of people that I enjoy being with. People who have shaped me to become the person I am today. We will get onto that, don't worry. And it's been a steep learning curve. Learning, how some people operate or how some people feel, stuff like that. But I would say it's helped me develop very much so. Emotionally, and as a friend, I was quite shy before I moved down to Plymouth, I would say, despite my outward charm and fantastic witticisms. I'd only lived in 2 different places. I lived with my granddad and I lived at home. And there's people there that I knew, so I felt more safe. But coming into a big city where you don't know anybody apart from the people you've been messaging for 3-4 months from Facebook pages and stuff, it's daunting but worth it. So, if you want to develop your social life, come down to university, but be aware the course will kill you. What about myself? To be honest, overall, I haven't really enjoyed the university experience. Things have been really tough on my mental health, on my physical health. I don't eat properly. This is still going on. I don't eat properly. I get really sad quite a lot. This is not a cry for help, don't worry. This is just advice from somebody who's almost done with their course to possible future students. It's... I wouldn't, if I'd spoken to my younger self now, I would say don't do it. But I wouldn't change a thing about the fact that I have been to uni. Like I said, it's helped me become the person I am today. I grew a beard. Thank God I grew a beard. I have no jawline. So, I've found my love for tattoos. They are everywhere. Look at them all. They are just, it's helped me find myself and how I like to express myself and how I like to do things. It's taught me that, I don't want to be social all the time. I like my me space. I like to sit in my room for hours on end, even the whole day, and sit and watch YouTube videos or films or play games or whatnot. But without university, I feel like I wouldn't have found that out about myself, I either would have stayed in too much, or I would have been going out too much and exhausting myself mentally, which either way isn't great. I also found my love for boxing, my favourite sport on the planet. I even had a fight. That's right, me, William Howell, had a fight in a boxing ring in a nightclub. We'll move past the nightclub thing, alright? Venues were difficult, alright? But, I had a fight. I lost. My shoulder is buggered. Still, it's been nearly 2 years. Doctors, sort your shit out, please. Yeah, it's been wild. I've become, I would say myself, a fairly skilled boxer. Don't start on me. I've also found my love for the gym. Alright, I've been really on and off with the gym my entire formative years. It's been going to the gym for a month or so, really hardcore, and then not going back for another 6, which is, I think, fairly normal. But now I've been going consistently for 2, maybe 3 months, and I am stacked-ish. We'll say ish. Due to excessive drinking, I do have a beer belly. To be at university, you have to have extremely strong will. Not me. In your noggin. The whole thing is just a massive juggling act. You have to make sure you're there with your friends and having a good time so you're not isolated and you don't feel awful and alone. You have to do your university work at the same time. You may have to get a job and you have to do that at the same time. You've got other, commitments maybe. You have to make sure you keep your money safe. You can't go out spending all the time. And it's a lot to deal with. I really didn't think it would be this difficult to just live, But because I've been to uni, I've found out the fact that, yeah, it's difficult, but it's extremely rewarding in some aspects, You find out even small things, what you like to eat. You discover new things about yourself. You discover that, like I've said previously in this video, what you like about yourself, what you don't like about the things around you, everything is just, it falls into place almost. But yeah, this may seem like a bit of a all over the place video, but that kind of fits into the theme of university, to be honest. Like I said, look, I wouldn't do this again. After I get my degree, I'm running as far away as possible from education. I'm going to a job. I like a stable flow of income. That's how I like things for me. But if that's not the same for you, fine, whatever. You may really enjoy it at uni, but personally, I wouldn't do it again. And it's taught me that if I have kids one day and they don't want to go to university, that's fine. I'm not going to force them to do that. They can do what they want. Because I have been through the struggle and I know what it's like. It may be completely different in, 10, 15 years from now, but from my experience now, it seems like the general flow stays the same most of the time. Things are expensive, people are people, living is living, and it has made me realise that, look, it's not for everyone. It's definitely not for me, as I've said and explained multiple times throughout this video. But yeah, thank you for coming back to my 15 millionth return to YouTube. New uploads probably won't happen. I'm going to create a second channel for all my university projects that I've done and maybe future projects that I work on, etc. So stay tuned for those. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you again in maybe a year's time. Peace.